Hey, it's Mark with Mark Patrick Hypnosis. If you're like the millions of people each and every year that suffer from unwanted side effects of anxiety, it might actually be due to low levels of a little known neurotransmitter that I'm going to share with you here today. But more importantly, I'm going to show you how to naturally raise those levels very, very quickly. So let's get to this video. While most of us are familiar with the neurotransmitters dopamine and serotonin, you'll find very few people familiar with the neurotransmitter oxytocin. However, if you find yourself feeling anxious all the time for no reason or have unwanted anxiety, neuroscientists have linked this to low levels of it. So let me explain what it is, how it works, then I'll teach you simple ways that you can raise your levels right after watching this video. So, oxytocin is produced by the hypothalamus in the brain, and it is released by your pituitary gland. Once the hypothalamus sends signals for oxytocin to be produced, it's either released into your bloodstream or other parts of the brain and the spinal cord, and it binds to oxytocin receptors, influencing basically how we feel and how we behave towards others. Now, research tells us that oxytocin's effects are basically the opposite of those linked to our fight or flight response, which explains why it helps reduce anxiety. Higher levels are linked to feeling calmer, having a better capacity to deal with stress. Increased oxytocin can potentially also increase feelings of generosity, forgiveness, trustworthiness, joy, and security. And additionally, it may have anti-aging benefits and aid in weight loss, as it seems to work as an appetite suppressant too. The lack of oxytocin in the limbic system, that's where your social memory is stored of the brain, will produce unwanted side effects of anxiety and fear. Oxytocin and cortisol actually work and oppose each other. When one goes up, the other one goes down. And we all know the side effects of having too much cortisol could be anything from your fight or flight response going up to storing visceral fat. The unwanted side effects of cortisol go on and on and on. So, while there's no food or supplement that can raise levels of oxytocin, researchers have found that simple events, things that we took for granted before the coronavirus shutdown, can actually raise them. But I do want to be very careful in suggesting that some of the things I'm going to share with you here, if you are in a coronavirus shutdown as you're watching this video, and most likely you are, that I do not recommend following through on them, but I do want to raise your level of awareness to what does help. First and foremost, physical contact with others. They found out things like hugs, massages, being intimate, shaking hands, or all the things we're lacking over the last few months with the coronavirus are things that actually raise your oxytocin levels. In addition to that, going for a walk or exercising with someone can help raise oxytocin levels. Social contacts seem to result in bursts of oxytocin, even if it's an anticipated social contact, such as planning for a vacation or a party or a date or a get-together. The actual anticipated social contact was producing large doses of oxytocin for many individuals. Petting a dog or a cat or some other pet raises your oxytocin levels. In addition to that, doing any type of meditation or visualization, and as simple as it sounds, just telling someone you love him or her helps raise those oxytocin levels. Listening to calm music has another benefit on the levels. Speaking to someone you trust over the phone has a great benefit on raising those levels. Watching an emotional movie. And lastly, making love or having sex with someone. They found that sexual pleasure is one of the most efficient ways to get a big shot of oxytocin. They found oxytocin levels actually skyrocketed, which is why oxytocin has been labeled the love drug or love hormone. So whether you use some of these or all of these, hopefully you're able to raise those oxytocin levels and help with some of the stress and anxiety that you may be experiencing. Well, hopefully you got something out of the video that you could apply to your life today and start living a healthier lifestyle. In the meantime, I want to share with you a program that we have coming up shortly online. It's an End Anxiety with Hypnosis seminar online. It's very similar to the seminars we do in person each and every year, where we see about 50,000 clients a year. The only difference is this, is you're able to sit in a more comfortable chair in the most comfortable surroundings. And I believe that really has an impact on your success. So anyway, you're going going to see more information on this page. If you are interested, don't wait. Please make sure you take advantage of this information. These programs do sell out all the time. Once again, thank you for watching this video.